There we are. There we are, guys. Yes, it's Sunday again. Another drink with Brink. Because people often invite me to their shows and give me time on their platforms, and I appreciate it. So I want to do something in return for this amazing indie community. Right. So I changed my intro a little bit. I can do that. It's my show. So yeah, guys, I made a little mistake today. I made a little mistake because last night this night we had to turn back the clock 1 hour because it's winter period, winter time right now, and so this means that instead of 6 hours apart with many of my American guests, we are now 7 hours apart, and I didn't even think about that. So my guest was waiting, and I was 1 hour too late. I'm very sorry. And I also saw that some shows that are usually after my show are now simultaneous with my show. So that's too bad. But never mind. I know now for next time, and I will not make this mistake again. So yeah. And as far as our campaign for American Bliss Father's Pride Part 1, we are getting backers every day. Thank you all so much for backing and for sharing. And but I got some messages from a few people who backed, but something went wrong. So something is going on with Indiegogo. There was this period in Indiegogo that people could back and they didn't get a receipt, and I didn't get a confirmation. So the exchange didn't happen. So you need to keep a little eye on that. If you backed, you didn't get a receipt, reach out to me, give me your backer number. I will check if it's on there. If it's not on there, then likely the purchase never happened. So, hopefully there won't be too many issues with that, too many problems. So yeah. Hey, some people in the chat. That's awesome. Let's see who is here with us today. We have Ryu Hangman. That's his game, right? Hangman, where you play Hangman, and you get a word, and you have to guess all the letters. And if you don't guess it, then you'll be hanged, right? Or hung? What is it? You'll be hung? You'll be hanged? Or is that a sexual thing? I don't know. All right. And then we have Edith. Hello, Edith. Welcome. And then we have Mike. Welcome, Mike. Finally, yeah, you missed a few shows, Mike, but that's that's totally understandable because I had some extra shows. We had extra shows because we had the launch. So we had a launch stream, and then we had the stream when we were funded. So all these extra stuff, man. That's but Sunday this time is the same time, at least for me. For you guys, maybe not because winter time. So yeah, that's okay. But thank you for being here, man. I really appreciate it. Oh, it's daylight savings time. Yeah, this is true. And then you have Comics Mate. Good morning, Dave. At some parts of the planet, it's morning. So Dean is just getting up. Good morning to you, Dean. Welcome. Nice to see you, sir. He says you and Pizza Medi and other campaigns. All yes. It's not just my campaign. It was all over the board. It was all over Indiegogo, not only with comic books either. So it was just some technical thing going on there, and I think they solved it because I got backers now. So today I got backers. So I think it is solved. But if you backed in the last 2 days or 3 days, please check if everything went through. Yeah. Oh, this is a good question. Who is Nick Gibson and why did he block me on Twitter? We can ask him that when he comes on. When he comes on, we will ask him. And yeah, Hangman is the pilot of Top Gun Maverick. I know, sir. I was just being a little bit goofy. Okay, all right, guys. Let's bring up our guest of today. He's been a guest before when he was promoting his book 2100 Samurais Part 2. Yes. So we can ask about that also. So yeah, let's bring him on. Welcome to the show, Nick Gibson. Hello, Nick.
Hey, man. How you doing?
I am good, man. How are you?
Pretty good.
I'm sorry that I kept you waiting, sir.
Oh, it's all good. I understand.
Yeah, it's so when do you need to turn the clock around? It's so do you know even because
I don't know.
Remember.
I mean, I always remember it as like spring forward, fall back, but beyond that, I don't really know the weeks. I usually just follow when the news pops up.
Right. So, and you live close to the Canadian border, right?
Yeah, I live up here in Michigan. You know, kind of sandwiched between like Ann Arbor and Detroit and whatnot.
Right. So are the rules the same? So is it, for instance, that you need to change the time and they don't? So you move over the border and you have a different time or not?
I'm not exactly sure on the particulars. I'll have to get back to you on that one.
Right. Oh, Chris Fisk. Welcome, Chris Fisk. Nice to see you.
Hey, Chris, how you doing?
And we have AGE Comics. Welcome. What does AGE stand for?
That is a good question.
Let us know. I like to know the people in my chat who visit us. Yeah, excellent. All right, sir. Nick, last time you were here was for 2100 Samurai, if I remember correctly.
Yes, that was a very good campaign, if I do remember correctly.
Yes, it did. It was. You succeeded, and you that's all done.
Yeah, it's all shipped out. Everyone got their comics. They love the book, and I'll actually be starting on issue 3 of 2100 here very shortly.
Oh wow, that's excellent.
Mm-hmm.
That is excellent, man. So yeah, great, because you have your own company or publishing house or yeah.
All of the above, really.
Right. Yeah. So you have your own shop also. Let me share this for a moment. What I saw here. So you can. So it's called the Phoenix Press. So you have your own your own site on Redbubble. I can put it in the description, guys, if you want to visit it. So the Phoenix Press, right? So how did this start? This company?
Well, back in 2019, I was a part of a different company here in Michigan, and then I kind of parted ways with them. And so at that point, I feel like I had enough experience to kind of start my own company. I felt like at the very least, if I didn't know something, I knew the questions to ask. Like I knew enough to know what question to ask. You kind of get what I'm saying. And so I chose the Phoenix iconography because of its like being reborn from the ashes, never giving up, just keep on pressing forward. What is dead may never die. Basically that kind of feelings I wanted to impress upon my company.
Right, the Phoenix Press. And the previous company was also about comics.
Yes, it was actually, yeah.
Right. And you worked there? Or
yeah, I worked with the guy. I was like the submissions editor. I pretty much kind of worked my way up to be like his number 2 man. Then we kind of had a few disagreements, and it spiraled downward from there. And I left the company. I was able to take with me the IPs that I had created, which was Project Access, Turned Samurai, and then I kind of started my own company and kind of went from there.
Right, and you could take the company name also.
Right. The company name I founded on my own. That was not the original company.
Oh, name. Okay, right, all right. AGE Comics says it's actually some of my children's names initials, as I named my company after them. All right, all right. Who does number 2 work for?
I'm actually keeping names and companies out of this because I'm not trying to start stuff. It's part of my history, but like I'm not trying to like I'm not really a drama person. I don't like to talk drama, so I'm censoring the names because it's not what I'm here for.
No, right. Totally understandable. Right. So you have here your site, and on your site you can see your comic collection, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see
it's just mostly merch like T-shirts and whatnot. I got merch, some cool designs.
Right. Okay. So where do you sell your books if you're not running campaigns?
I sell them digitally on Global Comics. Physically,
Global Comics.
I was selling them on Gumroad, but like there was kind of an issue with the payment processor. So I'm currently looking for other places. I know that Global Comics is talking about doing print on demand. If they do that, I'll definitely do that. But barring that, I'll probably eventually put the comics on InDemand.
Right. So do you think print on demand is great for people who don't have so much storage room? like I'm starting to have some issues also with storage. We're getting more titles every year. We're getting more titles and have the same storage space, and so now I'm nearing the point where I'm like, okay, maybe I have to hire some or rent some space or a lot or something. I don't know. And you have you can totally get rid of this problem through print on demand, right?
Mm-hmm.
But do you think print on demand also can have some negative things? Like, for instance, you have variant covers, but you never know how many there are, so you don't really know the value, for instance.
Yeah, that's definitely an issue. I feel like all things that kind of have their place in the industry. Mm-hmm. I do a lot of selling at cons, so like I tend to just do my print runs, sell them, and then if I need more, do more print runs.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely hear what you're saying. Plus, obviously, when you do print on demand, you the creator make less money from it, but like the convenience of it kind of tends to even things out, in my opinion.
Yeah, right. Yeah, because it's more expensive, of course, to print one issue, right?
Mm-hmm.
Than printing offset. Yeah, but you sell shirts. That's great, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's excellent. It's okay to disagree sticker. It's okay. Here it is. Disagreements are fine. Disrespect is not. Is that your life's motto?
In a way, yeah. I think I had like posted it on Twitter, and someone challenged me to like put it on like a T-shirt. So it's like kind of like a challenge accepted kind of thing. And honestly, it's a good enough phrase, yeah.
Right. Screecher, that's your latest title, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's close this for a minute, right? So, Nick, if there is anything you want to talk about today, let's do it because you've been a guest before, and we talked about who you are. So yeah, anything is possible today. And Chris says, hell yeah, I would strongly urge any creator to use Amazon's KDP on-demand services. Why maintain inventory and pay for shipping when you can leverage a corporate giant?
Yeah. That's definitely good enough reason to use on-demand services. I definitely agree with Chris. Full stop.
But this also means that they do the shipping for you. So you get this order, they print it for you, they ship it out, and basically you don't need to do much, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, it's like you don't have to worry about, you don't have to package it, you don't have to ship it. All that's kind of done for you. So it's like, that's why I say it kind of evens out a little bit.
Right. I had something like that also through Indie Planet years back. I didn't have my own website. Now I have my own web store, but then I had Indie Planet and people who could order books there, and it was print on demand. And
yeah, I've dealt with them before. They're pretty decent.
Yeah, that was good. But yeah, the thing also was that with everything that's shipped out, I felt like I wanted to have more control. You know, I wanted to do quality control for every print. I knew the quality was good because I had books from them ordered, right? But still, I wanted to be able to sign them and to take them to conventions, and so I needed more stacks, you know, and I needed stacks of books, and then it became very expensive because the price doesn't lower when you order like 50.
Yeah, and that's not even talking about like international shipping. Like I had a fan of mine that actually bought a comic from the Netherlands, my buddy AJ, and it ended up costing me $30 just to ship a single comic, you know, Gemini mailer and all that stuff across overseas to him. You know, it was crazy.
Yeah, I had that too with Indie Planet. It was better for me to just print it here, have my own inventory, and then ship it over to America, right? Yeah. Mike says, Mr. Fierce, the damned mega warehouses are standing there already, operating and not going anywhere anyway. Yeah, you might as well make use of it. I can completely understand the positives of printing on demand.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, have you seen the giant warehouse that like Eric July has to have to like ship out all the stuff of his books? I mean, that thing's like massive. I mean, well, kudos to him for doing what he does, but still, like that's like a massive operation he's got to have there.
Yeah, this is true, man. But if I ever get like 30,000 people ordering my books, I will also rent this warehouse.
Yeah, sure. At that point, you gotta.
Yeah, you gotta. Yeah. General Piggy. Hey, welcome, General Piggy.
What up, General Piggy?
And we have Matt Ruth. Oh, Matt Ruth. Hey, welcome, sir. Mr. Soltag. Yeah, Mr. Soltag. Check that book out, guys. Soltag. It's if you like science fiction, that's a great looking comic. Okay, let's bring up your latest campaign.
The main event,
Mr. Gibson. Let's see. But first, let's have a little advertisement.
My name is Avery Fletcher. After 7 years away, I have come home with only one goal: to save my father. But to do that, I can't be the woman I once was. To honor my father's legacy, I must become someone else. I must become something else. I must become Screecher.
Screecher. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Oh, so you've been live now for 22 days, right?
Yeah, it's been quite the wild ride, if I must say so myself.
Yeah. So did you experience some problems with this campaign, or some special things? Let me see. Here it is.
Kind of a few here and there. I had to do a last minute kind of logo change because I kind of realized probably a week before the campaign was supposed to drop that the logo I had was not the best, so I kind of hired someone to do a quick kind of refresh of it. It looked a lot better. Just maybe a few personnel issues kind of here and there. Not going to go into that, but I got it out, I got it done, and people have been really responding to it, and it really makes me happy that they really like this comic.
Wow, excellent. Wait, let's see what I missed in the chat. I don't want to run too far behind or miss people.
There were some people singing Eric's praises.
Yeah. Chris says Eric invested big time. He gambled with a huge upfront investment that won. Most of us.
I'll tell you one thing though. I definitely wouldn't want to play poker with Eric because that man knows how to gamble.
Yeah. Yeah, we all take gambles in this little industry, but not on that scale. It's
not yet anyway.
No, not yet. No, this is true. Let me see what I missed. Mike says Eric took years to plan to execute doing what he's doing now correctly.
I mean, that's what you got to do. The scale, something like that Eric does on that scale, it had to have taken years. And honestly, the reason it went so well is because he took all that time to plan it. Seriously, I'm just in awe of the hard work he put into that. Seriously, he deserves every penny.
Absolutely. It's often also a matter of funds. I think you can plan things ahead. But if you do not have the funds yet, you won't move much, So
yeah.
This is why we need to do crowdfunding. Tank Ferret, hey man, welcome, Tank.
Oh, he's a buddy of mine. We follow each other on Twitter. He's probably known in the community, but still, he's a cool guy.
Yeah, he's a cool guy. I cannot imagine anyone not being a buddy of Tank. So welcome, sir. We see.
He's a very lovable ferret.
This campaign has been kicking ass. All right.
Oh, speaking of AJ, I actually name dropped you 3 minutes ago. And then you come in. Spore Hacker is AJ. That's the guy I was actually talking about earlier. So it's funny I mention him and he appears.
Yeah, it's like a genie, right?
Yeah.
Buenas noches. What kind of gambling are we talking about? The gambling where you prepare your campaign, and so you invest in your campaign before you launch. Yeah. Let me see. If I miss anything. Right. Okay. Cool. So the Screecher issue 1 as the owl flies. You had this character in the pipeline for a while, or is she completely new?
She's kind of one of my newer characters. She's kind of been in the works for roughly about a year or so. I wrote the initial batch of scripts back in December, and then I started work on this one back in April May-ish after I was finishing up Turret Samurai. The very first rumblings kind of were around that time.
All right. So you usually, it's when it's time to fulfill, you basically hardly have time to do anything else, right? So working on a second book or preparing a second campaign while you're fulfilling something, that's not easy, man.
Yeah, a lot of the production work, I'm just the writer, so my end is write the script, work with an editor to get it edited, and then from there it's mostly other people's stuff, and I just kind of check on it. So once I kind of pass it off to the artist, it actually becomes a lot easier to manage because I'm just really they send me the stuff and I look at it, maybe give them some feedback, maybe have like a meeting with them every once in a while. So it becomes a lot easier to both fulfill and kind of work on it once I get like the writing portion done. That's why I'm always kind of adamant trying to get the script done before I start fulfilling, because like that's my portion, you know.
Right. Yes. So you always make sure the script is completely finished before you put the artist to work.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
a full finished script.
Right.
You know, I mean, some stuff might be changed kind of here and there. It's kind of the creative process. It's like what what they say about a film. It's written 3 times: once on the page, once on set, and then once in the editing room. And that I
Right.
find that to also be true for scripts, for comics and whatnot.
Yes. What did you do? What did you do, Spore Hacker? Sorry, I couldn't retweet. I'm in Twitter jail for commenting about Keanu Reeves.
Naughty boy.
Oh. Yeah. And then we have
Hashtag free the sport hacker.
yeah. Okay. People are chatting. Okay. Right. So, Screecher number 1. What would you do to save your father? Tell me, Nick. What would you do to save your father?
Well, it's kind of a loaded question because I don't have the best relationship with my father. So it's
wow.
you know.
So what is Screecher?
She's the newest superhero from the Phoenix Press. She's kind of like a Batman-esque inspired hero. So like she doesn't really have any powers of herself, just a suit that gives her abilities and a very specific set of skills.
Right. Wait, I forgot. Let me. Here it is. There we go. The ticker.
Awesome.
Let me see now. 4 next time. Oh, next time I checked, I was jailed for 6 days. So now 4. Right. So 4 more days, and then you're out. Maybe with the new guy in charge, these things will change soon.
Maybe so. Daddy Elon will have pity on you.
Yeah. All right, man. So you have right. So let me see some art here. What you have? Here?
Yeah, so I was trying to go for like a late 90s, early 2000s DC Comics kind of feel, like kind of think like along the lines of your Nightwings, your Batmans, your Young Justices, and maybe with a little bit of like Ultimate Spider-Man mixed in, like these very early issues. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to like evoke that quality, and then like also I was kind of bringing in like Batman the animated series, you know, kind of tone into it, you know. Yeah.
Right. So that was your inspiration for this story,
among a few other things, but yes.
Mm-hmm. But it's not that dark. It looks very upbeat, right?
Yeah. I didn't want to tell like another like grimdark tale. Like there's a lot of really good of those kind of like comics out, and I kind of wanted to do something different. Like those, like what they do is cool. I'm not trying to like tear them down.
Sure, yeah.
But like I want to go in a different direction. You know, like it's everyone's doing a lot of really good stuff here. I want to kind of carve up my own niche somewhere else, and that's kind of what I'm doing.
Right. The Tesla guy caused a complete meltdown.
He certainly let it sink in. Let that sink in. I'm sorry. I love like the Twitter quote. Man spends $44 billion to tell a dad joke. Like,
right? Yeah.
And he actually walked in with a sink. It's like, oh, it's commitment.
Yeah. He does have a sense of humor. Sure.
Yeah, something also, like that. Yeah.
But his first tweet as the new CEO was like, humor is now allowed on Twitter, right? Yeah. So yeah. Hey, gorgeous cover, man. Who made this cover?
Xevious did, actually. He did an amazing
thought so.
job.
I expected so. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of hard not to miss his style. He oh my god, did he pull out all the stops in this one?
Right. So who designed the costume?
That would be the artist Brian Q, the guy who did the pencils and the inks. And then to answer to talk about Ryu's question, the logo on the cover was actually done by Lenore on Twitter, Lost Lenore on Twitter.
Oh wait, you see these things sooner than I do. Love the cover art, great logo also. Right. So the logo was done by who do you say?
Lost Lenore over on Twitter, who also did the voiceover work for the trailer.
Right. All right. Okay. Yeah. Really, really cool. Yeah. Great. So this is the main cover.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, it's currently the only cover. I was trying to keep
all right.
things Spartan for this one.
Right. Just a simple campaign. Simple.
Yeah, I was considering doing like an alternate cover that would have been an homage to like Detective Comics 27. Where like Batman's kind of swooping in and whatnot.
Right.
But that ended up not happening. So it's just the one cover.
Right. John A. Douglas, welcome.
What up, my brother? Oh, he's a good friend of mine on Twitter. That guy's he's a cool dude. He writes really great books and also has a really good YouTube channel. I urge everyone to check him out.
Oh, really? Oh, cool.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I will check it out, man. Welcome, John.
Yeah, his YouTube videos are really good. He's actually a really good orator, and I don't think he realizes it. Like, he's actually like a really humble guy, but like the way he kind of like words things is really good. It's like I do really, if you want like a really good commentary channel, he's definitely a good up and comer.
Right. Yeah. Sometimes people have certain talents that they don't even realize.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay. Who is the artist for your book?
The guy that I mentioned previously, Brian Q. He has a longer name than that, but it's kind of hard for me to pronounce. I just call him Brian Q. It is listed in full later on in the campaign. I do list the entire team.
Right. Okay. So,
and that is a full page from the comic.
Right. Okay. So what was this girl's real name?
Avery Fletcher.
And is she a teenager?
Technically, she's 19 years old.
Right. Okay. So you are allowed to make lewd art, guys. If you want to make fan art and you want to make it a little bit spicy, it's completely acceptable.
Yeah. Some people already have. So
really? Oh man, that's great. So you have so she has this grappling hook here.
Mm-hmm.
She has claws. So basically, all her abilities come from gadgets.
Yes, I mean she does have kind of like skills, like she took gymnastics when she was younger, along with like a kind of like basic martial arts kind of stuff,
Right.
But yeah.
John says, "I hate my voice, but I appreciate the vote of confidence."
And in all fairness, so do I. I like honestly, every time I hear my voice, I'm like, "Is that me?"
Yeah, I have the same thing, man. I hate it that I have this little stutter. I so much hate it. But there's nothing we can do about it, man. This is what we are given. These are the cards that we need to play with. So I'm gonna play with it.
Just got to keep rolling. I definitely kind of empathize with like we can only play the hand we're dealt.
Exactly. All right. I like how these colors change here. So we have this night setting here.
Yeah, that's definitely a detail that I specifically I was the one who kind of came up with that kind of idea to progressively kind of have the sunset and whatnot, and then once I kind of talked over the colorists, I just kind of ran with it and just did a really good job.
The colors are done by the same person who did the art?
No, they're done by a gentleman named Gomanji. You can find him on Twitter. He's a really cool guy.
Gomanji. All right.
Yeah. He's an Italian artist. He does a lot of stuff. He's been doing a lot of stuff for people kind of in the community. Really, really talented guy, as you can obviously see. Right.
Mike says, Dave, you seem to notice that more than anybody else. I don't even register what you. Yeah, more people tell me that. Maybe it's all between the ears.
Yeah.
It has become less through the years. When I was in school, it was terrible. I could barely speak. I had to have therapy for it. So maybe I'm still a bit scared now when I have to talk to other people that there's this residue, this residue stutter. Looks great, man. It's who is Kathleen Johnson?
She is the villain of this story, and she's inspired by a certain CEO of a certain company that we all like to despise.
Right.
I mean, anyone who it's pretty obvious. For the uninitiated, it's Kathleen Kennedy.
All right.
Of Lucasfilm.
I saw Arya. Welcome, Arya.
Woo! I love that dude. I love him.
Yeah. Welcome, mate. All right, Kathleen Johnson. Right. So what does she have against the Screecher, or the Screecher against her?
Well, she's the one who originally kind of jailed Harrison, Avery's father, Harrison Fletcher, Avery's father, after he refused to, after the formula got after the process and the formula got destroyed for unknown reasons, and he's the only one who has the process and the formula in his head, and they're trying to get that out of him. So she's the one who kind of engineered him being arrested for embezzlement, and sorry, just what Mike said just kind of made me laugh. Yes, I
right.
Sorry, just he got me distracted, Mike, by your awesome wit, but yeah. So he's been in jail for 7 years, and then they're kind of getting tired of this, so they're gonna do some stuff that'll get the information out of him. Will probably kill him. So that's why she's summoned back to Michigan to kind of try and free her father. And she's kind of going up against the clock.
Right. All right. Everything is going through Critical Blast.
Yes,
that's great.
I fulfilled Torn Samurai, and I did a decent job, but this time around, I'm bringing the professionals in.
Yes. Excellent. Printing with Comics Wellspring.
Yeah, I love them so much. And can I actually do this? Yeah, I actually live 20 minutes from the printing office, so it's just a no-brainer. I don't even have to pay for shipping.
All right, so you can do quality control then. So they print it, they send it out to Critical Blast, right?
Yeah, and then they send some of it basically enough to fill the orders, and then some to Critical Blast, and the rest goes to me. Right. I literally go down to the printer's office, pick it up directly from them. Right. And I can go and look through the comics, I'll probably do a proof and then go up there and whatnot.
Right. AGE says, I got my copy of Samurai, so you did well enough by me.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, I worked really, really hard. I was I know there was some criticism about my previous packaging, so I was really adamant about doing it right this time to make sure everyone got it this time to kind of just get those kind of that bad juju out of the way. And I feel I really kind of did that issue was a dead issue because I've proven that I can do it now. So I do appreciate it. I hope you like the comic, and I hope Screecher is definitely a comic you enjoy as well if you decide to grab it.
Right. Do you also have backers overseas?
I think I've had some people buy the digital comic because, with my previous campaign, I had the shipping was like $15. Now I've moved up to my $10, and that's probably still too low. But so I haven't really had any people back to physical. I have had some people buy the digital. I mean, I did have some international backers for Turn Samurai, like I mentioned.
Yeah, you had one from the Netherlands because the sport
got
his copy.
Yeah, so hey, I'm surprised. I'm actually surprised it got in one piece, but yeah.
You are surprised? What? Yeah.
I mean, with as much as things get jostled around, those Jonah mailers are honestly stronger than I thought they would be.
Right. Yes. Oh yes, my very first campaign, man. I just mailed the books in just in this envelope. I didn't even know about Gemini mailers and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's basically what I did for my first I think 2-ish campaigns. I did like a padded manila envelope. It was bagged and boarded, and I put like a piece of cardboard in there to brace
Yeah,
it. Where it's like not the worst thing ever. I mean, some people were like going to hyperbole, like, "Oh, you ship it in a sandwich bag." Like, that's kind of a little bit of a gross piece of exaggeration, but
yeah.
still, at the end of the day, it's not the best. And I kind of finally broke down and like did the Gemini mailer. I still got like a bunch of them sitting back there,
Right. Yes.
So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. These Geminis, I can't get them over here, but we always use these books, these special
Mhm.
book um, boxes, and they work perfectly fine. So Chris says international shipping kicked my ass, especially to Oceania. Yeah, man, it's terrible.
Yeah. When you got to put something on a boat or a plane, the price tends to go up.
Oh, I could only buy digital from Nick. All right. Yes. Okay. All right.
To be clear, the prices are ridiculous because of international shipping, not because like I'm doing it myself. I have no choice to put those
Mm,
shipping highs, But I totally
yeah.
understand people not wanting to back it because of those high prices. While it's
Yep.
not necessarily my fault that it's so high, I totally get it. I just wanted to kind of clear that up, I don't
Yeah.
think AJ would intentionally misrepresent it that way, but I'm just,
Yeah. This is why Tank states that critical blast is a smart move.
I fully agree. That's why I did it. I've interacted with Critical Blast a couple times. Oh my god, he's such a great guy.
Yep.
Really nice, really patient, funny guy.
Yeah.
And yeah, my comics are going to be in great hands, and he's well respected by the community. So obviously that's a vote of confidence, So yeah, it's going to be great.
John says, Nick, I still owe you a comic review. I've been busy with some projects of my own, especially the launch of the Weird West anthology I'm in this week.
No, there's no need to be excused, John, because like I mean, obviously I follow you on Twitter, and like you are a really busy guy, and I totally understand. Whenever you're ready, let me know, and we'll work it out. But until then, keep doing what you're doing. You're doing a great job, my friend.
That's right. That is right. Chris says, I received a lot of books shipped by RJ, and all of them arrived in great condition. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, that's what I hear. He does like honestly, just everything I've seen of him is just seems like awesome. That's why I decided to go with him because I felt
Yeah.
like be in good hands.
Yeah, I'm doing it also with my books. So yeah, it's so I saw this discussion on Twitter about people claiming they could get books to people for like $5 shipping.
International.
I don't think it was international.
I
At
mean,
least,
maybe if you ship domestic media mail in the U.S.,
yeah, media mail.
but that's tricky because, like, so the thing with media mail is some places don't allow you to do it. Like, technically, comics are allowed if they don't have any advertisements in them, which, as indie creators, we don't really have ads in our books. So technically, they should be more because they should be fine with that because
Right.
they're just a book. Because when they have ads, they're more considered a periodical by mail people.
Right.
But the thing is, even if you don't have ads in some mail places, and this is literally my experience, even if you say, oh, it doesn't have ads, and you try and raise that issue, they still won't let you do it. Luckily, the post office that I do, they're a bunch of smart people, and like they allow it. As long as I don't have ads in it, which is literally the rule.
Right.
But yeah, it can be kind of a crapshoot, and media mail can be cheaper. I think when I did Turn Samurai, on average, usually cost between $4 and $6. Oh, you got some spam coming in. You might want to block them.
Spam.
Yeah.
All right. I see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see. Chris says the post office here in NHC blocked me with media mail. None of my books were allowed to use media mail, which is cheaper than standard shipping. Yeah. So yeah, it's not a option for everyone.
Yeah, that's what I say. Like when they talk about
Mhm.
shipping and they put the media mail price. I talked to some people about this. This is before I switched. It's literally I had to switch post offices because like my local post office, they were kind of like buttholes about this kind of stuff. So I literally had to go to the next one over, like the next town over. And luckily, they're actually really nice people, and I just go with them, But like my local one, they're just kind of buttholes about it. And I was blocked from media mail for comics as well, and so like when people were talking about shipping prices, they'd list the media mail price, and when you kind of brought the point like, oh, I might not be able to do anything, like, oh, you should be like, actually, I actually need to say, RJ from Critical Blast is the one who pointed out the ad discrepancy. Like he's actually the one that actually turned me on to that little detail. So thank you, bro.
Right. Yes.
And then, I think once I like talked to the Canton Post Office, and we had actually a very rational discussion about it. They said, okay, yeah, fair enough, and now I don't have an issue. It's like It's really crazy the stuff you can accomplish when both people are talking in like good faith. It's really crazy.
Yeah, it should be. It should really not depend on the judgment of the people handling it. There should be just like rules, like everywhere is the same.
Yeah.
If something can change depending on the person handling it, I don't think that's a good way to do business. Let me see what Mike says. He says Pizza made another rational point. Yeah, he kind of does that.
This is precise. Yeah, Pizza Medi's. Yeah, I agree.
One sec.
Sorry.
We will now only back campaigns that display finished pages with lettering demonstrating the writing. Oh, really?
Which is why with Screecher I made a point of actually having 2 full finished pages on the campaign. By the way, for just the book has been finished for over a month, and so once I get the money, it's going straight to the printers. It's all done. Everything's all done. I can send you a pre-release copy if you want, Dave.
Oh, sure, man. Sure.
And I agree with Pete. I think that's definitely a good rule of thumb.
I kind of agree with Pete. Yeah, is this true, guys? Do you want me also to update my campaign? Do you want me to have some pages lettered and put it up there?
Wouldn't hurt.
I can do it, sure. I never really thought about it, that it was necessary, because the lettering is basically the dialogue, right? But the pages are completely done and colored. I see the story progression. Only you don't see dialogue, so maybe people want to see that. Yeah.
My thing is, I try to have a complete book before I even launch the campaign, because for me, it kind of instills confidence. They're like, oh, the book's already finished. So it's like, to me, it's not a matter. To me, the campaign is not about finishing the book. It's about printing the book. That's what this campaign is about. It's about getting money for the printing. The book's already been done. Like, literally, if I wanted to, I could just release it on Global Comics literally right now,
Right. So how many pages is this?
This one is 22 pages.
22. Okay, cool. It's actual floppy. And how many issues do you have planned?
Volume 1 is going to be 4 issues, and then I'll be going from there.
Okay, cool. Great. All right, let's browse through your perks you have here. The feature perk is all the comics. All the comics? What do you mean with all the comics?
Well, get a click on it and you'll see an itemized list.
Wait, if you want everything in a neat little package, you tell me what's in here.
All right, so in addition to getting the regular comic, I also have a holo variant, as well as the trading cards, the stickers, and I'm trying to remember what else was on there.
Yeah, the digital comic, physical comic, the holo comic. So this the same comic, only holo foil.
Yeah, hollow foil. It's like
Right,
all over, so it'll be shiny.
right. Okay, right. And then so basically every version of this comic you will get, and then
Every non-collector version. I do have a collector tier that is one up for $100.
okay.
Where it's more basically this is more for people who just kind of want like the basic kind of stuff, and then for like people who want to spend a little bit more money, get more collector-minded stuff.
All right, cool. And you get stickers, and you get a card, trading cards. Do you have examples on your campaign also of the stickers and the cards?
I do actually, yes. I have two different stickers. One of them is part of the sticker tier. The other one was unlocked through
Sticker, yeah.
through the first stretch goal. That one is the main sticker that people get. That was designed by 6 a.m.
Yes.
And that's an example of the trading cards.
Trading card. All right. All right. Oh yeah. Okay, cool. So trading card and sticker. All right. So we have an idea of what it looks like. Right. And then you have the digital for $5. That's great, man. $5. Excellent. You can get the book for only $10, guys.
Yeah, and then shipping is $9 domestic and then $25 international. I'm probably going to lose money on the international, but you guys are worth it.
So $25 international, and you're still going to lose money.
I don't know. I mean, it depends on it because like $30 if shipped to the Netherlands. I just didn't want to do it too much because like I didn't want to go like country to country and then do like the same thing for all of its slice. Like just take your average. Plus, most of my fans are domestic, so this is just an option for like the dozen or so international fans that might want to back it.
Right.
It's just more of a thank you to them kind of thing.
Right. I do know that RJ works together with someone in Switzerland, so you could maybe, if you have enough backers from Europe, for instance, maybe you could pitch away at the shipping costs.
Yeah, that's certainly an option.
Okay, then you have the goodie bag. Goodie bag for $20. You get the digital comic, the physical comic, the trading cards, and the stickers. Okay.
Yep.
Right. The holo foil, it's $30. Right. Plus you get the digital also. And finally, the Talon edition. What's that?
This is the penultimate tier. So you get everything in the all the comics tier, and then you also get a third comic, which will be a spot foil cover, where like certain areas will be foiled in purple, and it'll say Talon edition, and it's and it'll have like 1 of 25, and the people who back it get access to like the early numbers, and you also get a print of the cover signed by both me and Xevious. This will be one, like I don't think there'll be many times where both me and Xevious will be able to sign the print. It'll be a print that you'll get in the package. It'll be like on the back of it. So this is like a very rare opportunity to get one signed by both of us, which because like he lives, I think I can't remember where he lives, but it's not where I live. So there's not going to be many opportunities to get it signed by both of us.
All right. Let me see what the chat is saying. AGE says, I like seeing full pages on the campaign page. Yeah, me too. But do you also need lettering, AGE, or not? Chris says, I took a crack at lettering duties for one of the variants of book 2. I really have to thank Eric Weathers' online resources and Daphne Lage advice.
It is surprisingly difficult to letter well.
Yes, of course. Of course, man.
Like, honestly, I've tried my hand at lettering a few times, I suddenly developed a profound respect for letterers after that.
Yeah, bad lettering can ruin your entire book, man.
It's lettering is a lot like special effects. You don't notice it when it works well, but you really notice it when it's bad.
Right. He reiterated that after having been personally disappointed by about half dozen recently crowdfunded books. Oh, that sucks, man.
Yeah. I don't blame him, honestly. I
No.
really don't.
No, sure. Okay. And Chris asks, I have a rule. I only back once until I receive their book. If they launch another campaign before I receive the first book, I'll have to wait. Yes.
Yeah, that's a fair rule to have. I actually took great pains to not announce Screecher until after, like, because like I shipped Turn Samurai in like 2 waves, basically. I waited until I at least shipped wave 1 to at least some people had their books before I even announced Screecher. Like this was like back in July. Like Screecher was already pretty well in development, but like I didn't want to start like even talking about it or announce it until I at least had this one done. I mean, I'm a little bit more established now, so like I'm more like free with like talking about my next book. But like for example, Turn Samurai issue 3, I didn't even start talking about it until after this was funded. You know, like even then maybe I did a little bit too early, but like I don't know, I'm a little bit more established now. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, some people say you should talk about your book as soon as possible. So build the anticipation so people know about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. There was one thing that I noticed in your this update here. I think it's here. Yes, it's here. I did this also, right? So here you have like you have an update, and then you do some promotion for other campaigns, right?
Yeah,
I
I
do it
just feel
also
that's really
sometimes.
important.
Yeah, I do it also sometimes, but I think about 2 weeks back or so, someone told me that it's actually against the terms of service of Indiegogo to do cross promotion.
Really?
Yes, I didn't even know because I didn't read. Come on, I didn't read the terms of.
You didn't read the terms and conditions? You didn't read
No.
all 5,000 pages?
Oh, so yeah, and because my campaign got partially shadow banned, uh, partially, and they claimed it could probably be the reason. I don't think it was, but you never know, right? So just a little heads up. I think it's completely stupid if this is against the rules, because this is great. You have to be able to help each other.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I mean, because like my thought process is everyone has been so great to help me. Why shouldn't, like, now that I have a platform, why shouldn't I use it to help other people? It's
right.
like, come on, you know, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna kick out the ladder after I climbed it. I'm not that kind of person.
Better read the terms or you get shadow banned. Apparently, yeah. You know, you don't know. You just don't know. If you get shadow banned, you don't know the reason. Yeah, it's a problem. It's a problem nowadays.
Yeah.
Indiegogo needs to step up the game. By the way, I got this friend request on Facebook from Zoop. So Zoop is a new platform, especially for comics. It's a crowdfunding platform. I think they are starting to make all these connections with all these indie creators.
Yeah, I think for my next campaign, I might experiment with them. I'm not sure. It's like just as I'm starting to get my foothold on Indiegogo, it's like just as I got one successful product, now I got another. Just as I'm starting to, you know, it's like, oh, now Indiegogo is falling out of fashion. I have to go somewhere else.
Yeah, we loved Indiegogo, and now they're acting weird, man. But anyway, it is what it is. Did you experience some problems with backers for the last few days with the backing process coming through?
Not coming through. I know pretty much all of last week it was relatively quiet. Like my first week was crazy.
Yeah.
Second week, I was getting like some people. It was okay. Third week was all but dead, and now I'm kind of heading into the third week. But that could also be attributed to middle 2 weeks are always usually pretty dead, and then also it's like after I got funded, you know, maybe some of the hype died down. So like like it's a
Yeah,
variety of very legitimate reasons. I mean, important thing is
totally
I got
normal.
funded. I got my first stretch goal. And right now I'm looking at maybe I can get my second one done.
Exactly. When is the second one unlocked? At
2000. 2000.
2000. Okay, guys,
Yeah.
let's get into 2000. Yeah, it's yours here, but it's almost the same. You have 8 days left. Do you have special things planned for your next 30 days?
Basically, after I'm going to be going into InDemand after this, because I just really want to get like the money and kind of get it printed, get it to people. But I'll be going InDemand. I'm considering doing a Kickstarter. I haven't really decided on that. It's not going to launch till after this one's over.
Right.
I haven't really decided yet.
Sure.
Maybe I might do Zoop. I don't know, but like, I feel Zoop kind of hits the same market as Indiegogo. Kickstarter. The reason I do Kickstarter would be to kind of hit a different set of people, really.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah.
Chris says IGG has been effing up lately too. Last night, Odin Dasco's unconditional shove got hit hard.
How did it get hard? Like, did it get banned? I know they did some shenanigans with Christian a Kid. I remember Tommy Mark, like they effed with him a little bit, and that was kind of BS.
Yeah,
that dude he's like one of the nicest dudes in the community. Tommy Mark,
yeah,
I gotta say,
this is true. We had at least 25 backers on Lord Crackhead's stream, but the IGG page only showed that 5 backers were successfully completed. Yeah, the transaction process is glitching or something.
I will say I have had like some time. Like, it seems like I've been getting backers, but not getting the emails for them. I don't know.
Right.
Like,
yeah, it's Indiegogo needs to step up their game, or we need to find alternatives, which is not a bad idea anyway. So maybe it's for the best that we are forced to look elsewhere and to find different methods. We can do crowdfunding through our own websites also sometimes. So yeah,
I do feel like I feel like Indiegogo, they're trying to like move away from like, oh, we're the CG crowdfunding platform. I feel like they're kind of aware that they have that reputation a little bit, and I feel like they may be wanting to move away from it a little bit, because like I have had people like, oh, why aren't you on Kickstarter? It's like, Kickstarter is kind of a cult a little bit. Like, I'm sorry if I'm being offensive to like the 2 Kickstarter people who care, but like when he's like it has to be a Kickstarter or else it's not legitimate. It's like, I don't know, some of the pushback I've gotten, it's very passive aggressive the way some people have talked to me about it. Like, why aren't you on Kickstarter? It's like you have to give all these reasons, and at that point, like, you should consider Kickstarter.
You're on the wrong platform. Yeah. Darkside, hey, welcome, Darkside. And Mike asked what kind of error is that. We don't know, but there were some problems with payments coming through. So so I don't know, man. I think they got it fixed now because I'm getting backers now today. So but yeah. Okay, and then Chris makes, I think it's my SQL DB error. I experienced that issue last week. My SQL recently updated itself and caused problems with those that have auto update enabled. I tried rolling back the update. Right.
That could be it. Yeah.
And Frog G is shadow banned. Yeah, it's crazy stuff, man. Crazy.
Why?
Stuff.
Like, here's what Frog G is like. I love that guy. If of all the people to ban, why him? Like it's like that guy. He's almost the Mr. Rogers of this community. Like, seriously, it is impossible not to like Frog G.
Yeah, but even if he isn't, right? But even if Frog G was a complete asshole, then still they need a good reason to shadow ban someone. It's not like well, we don't like you, so we shadow ban you. That's
not how it should work.
No, that's not how things should be. All right, guys. Let's refresh. You never know, right? You have 67 backers right now. We will refresh.
Let's
And
see.
67 backers. You have 8 days to go. You have 8 days to go.
Disappointed.
So, I'm sorry, man. I'm terribly sorry.
It is what it is. I
feel responsible.
Oh no, you're getting the word out there. Even if I don't get any backers from the stream, it's now in the eyes of like I think someone said to me, it's like oftentimes someone needs to be shown a comic 3 times before they consider backing it. So you might be the second or third time that someone showing, or even the first time. So it's like this is still important, even if they don't get any backers. It's still getting in front of people's eyes, so it's still important, brother. Okay, I'm just being honest with you.
Exactly. So everyone, guys, if you have the chance, please share this campaign with people.
Shove it in front of more people's eyes.
Yes. And Chris says, why is Frog G such a hate magnet for these corporations? He's one of the nicest dudes, and even YouTube banned him. Really? From commenting on certain channels. Oh shit.
Why?
Damn.
Of all the people to do that to.
Okay, well, guys, the link to this campaign is it's pinned right now, but I'm closing this. But it's in the description of the video.
Wait. You might want to refresh.
Really? 67 backers. 68. What happened? 68 backers.
Yes! Hell yeah! Hey, come on, baby! Come on! Yes! Come on! Ah! Yes! Yes!
Age Comics, thank you, brother. Thank you so much. Oh my god. Thank you, Age.
Who was it? AGE? Yes! Awesome. Excellent, man. Excellent. Thank you. Woo! All right, that's a good way to end this stream. So, guys, the link to this campaign is in the description of the video. Also, check out American Bliss Father's Pride. We are nearing the 100 backers, guys. It should be more. Some purchases didn't come through for some reason. It should be more, but yeah, we're doing great, and you can also still back Perfect 10 issue 3 while we are working on it. All the links are in the
I got a question for you.
Sure.
When American Bliss becomes a movie, who are you going to want to play her?
Oh, dude, I never thought about that.
Alexa Bliss.
Who? Who's that?
Alexa Bliss. She's a WWE wrestler.
Oh, we don't have that here. These wrestling shows. So
I'm sorry.
I don't know her. I don't know her. Oh.
Darkside Comics is saying wait for some reason.
Wait for what?
Yeah. Wait. What are we waiting for?
What are we waiting for?
Should we stay or should we go now?
I have to stop. I have to stop, Marinus. I have to stop. Do you have something? Oh, Nick, if people want to follow you, where can they follow you?
Yes. So you can find me on Twitter at Project Access 1. YouTube, search the Phoenix Press. Global Comics, again, search the Phoenix Press. Spore Hacker has backed the comic. He did that a while ago.
Yeah. He said in the chat that he backed it a while ago. Yeah. Thanks, Spore Hacker. Okay, Nick. Thank you for being my guest today.
My pleasure.
And special thanks to the chat, to everyone who showed up and who watched and who shared.
In particular, Age, you're a freaking legend, bro.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. If you enjoyed it, if you want to support the channel, please give it a like. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. I try to give you regular content, and I will be back next Sunday, same time, same channel, new guest. See you then, guys. Bye-bye.
America has a new hero, and she kicks butt. Join American Bliss in her exciting first issue as she finds her way as the new champion of freedom.